Thank you very much, Professor Klimkiewicz, for having me here. I'm really delighted to be in that group because besides of my NGO background, I also work and assist a donor organization which is supporting media across the Central Europe. So we have now 35 media being or business-oriented media or non-profit media that we work with. And it's not only financial support, but also technical support. So part of our work is to bring the non-profit media, which are mostly donor-oriented, to have a more sustainable business leg in their operation. So what I am also engaged in, and I'm supporting as a donor, but also being personally engaged, is the creation of an enabling environment for media operation in Poland. And this has like three legs. The first one is implementing the anti-SLAPP directive, obviously a pressing need, as Mr. Bartosz Węglarczyk mentioned, himself being the victim of SLAPPs, numerous SLAPPs in his career. But it's also the question of public media and also the local media and the gaps and desertification process that is ongoing. And I would like to begin my presentation, and I swear I haven't cheated from Professor Trappel, by quoting Karol Jakubowicz, who stated that the success of democracy and the new media order in Poland will be truly achieved once society reclaims public media. And we are really far from it. As you are aware, Polish public media has a long history of being captured and recaptured by political party that is currently in power, or the one who is acting in power. And the most significant consequences of those captures has been occurring during the 8 years of peace governance, when public broadcasting became a tool of manipulation, spreading hatred and political propaganda. What we have now after the recapturing from December 2023, it's actually a legal turmoil, with some of the media, public media entities being put into liquidation, some are awaiting court decision on the liquidation, so their situation is pretty much uncertain. What we have seen since January 2023 is that there is a steady decline of viewership of Polish public TV, but a slight increase in listeners of channel 1 and 3 of the public radio. As you would expect from a government coming into power, whenever they put and make such a legal turmoil around public media, you will expect to have a plan and a strategy how to move forward. And despite the claims of the civil society and the fact that there was even a draft law prepared by the civil society by a group led by Jan Dvorak, and a draft that was highly consulted with civil society and media experts, there was no proper political response to our claims and no political reaction. So what happened in June 2024, we suddenly received a proposal from the Ministry of Culture of implementation of the European Media Freedom Act. And sorry if I seem a little bit pessimistic or too much criticizing, but this is a little bit the hat I'm always wearing on my head. But it's really an attempt to chill down the emotion and the huge expectation that everyone has in order to restore a properly functioning public media. So actually there is very little in that proposal. It's mostly implementing the European Media Freedom Act, which goes much beyond public media. So you can see a proposal of banning the publication of self-government press, a huge problem in Poland, but outside of the scope of public media. Obviously, there is a very unfortunate paragraph which allows surveillance of journalists under certain circumstances, which is a huge problem in Poland. But it's in the EMFA, so that's a European Union, I would say, problem. There are attempts to assess media concentration, but also to increase the transparency regarding media ownership through the creation of media register and transparency in the allocation of state advertisement. As you know, that has been a huge problem during the 8 years. As far as the public media is concerned, the draft is bringing certain changes to the Public Broadcasting Council, reinstating 9 members elected for 6 years with the ability of turning. So there will be 1/3 of the members being replaced every 2 years. This is particularly due to the situation where we had now almost unanimously one-party-oriented members for a long period of time, which enabled to the Broadcasting Council to take a number of decisions against independent media. We believe, however, that such, let's say, superficial changes are deemed insufficient, and that there should be more emphasis on the apolitical nature of candidates to the Broadcasting Council, at least having them the ban of being members of political parties for 5 years. We also claim as civil society to have more to say as civil society, but also academia in the process of election of the members of the Public Broadcasting Council, and also for the process to be more transparent, having a public hearing and having observant representatives of civil society. What the implementation is totally omitting is the fact that now the head of the public, and that has also been mentioned by Mr. Węglarczyk earlier, the head of the Public Broadcasting Council can impose fine on broadcasters. And these fines and this mechanism has been used in order to harass independent media in Poland for many years. And it's not only the government of peace, but it has been abused also before. And a fine of 10% of the media income can be imposed by one person, the president of the Public Broadcasting Council, whenever he finds that there is a breach of Christian value or there is the material was against the state authority interest. So this is not changing, unfortunately, despite claims from civil society. What we see also, there is, according to our government, there is no need to redefine the mission of public media. However, it seems like crucial that, and this is an opportunity actually to better respond to evolving media consumption patterns and the growing platformization of the media environment, and seeking for a new definition of the public mission and actually the role of the public broadcaster in all the media order. What is to a certain degree positive in the act is the fact that there are better rules on the appointment of management boards and supervisory boards in order to try to prevent the political control. However, there is very little on the competition sides and organizing competitions and open competitions, transparent and visible competitions. So on the operational side, there is not much in the act, unfortunately. So it's only referring to the list of competences that people acceding those bodies should present. The new model that is adopted for the financial support of public media is the total support from the state budget. As you know now, it's a fee that is not waived properly from the societies. This is not functioning. So anyway, the state is supporting public media on a regular basis according to the changes that will be entirely the support of the state. And here again, as civil society, we would like to see more of fund of public mission being open if it's sponsored from the state budget being open to every media. So if Onet or Okopress would like to realize the public mission, would be able through a competition to access the fund and have a place and receive funds for such operation. So I would say I don't want to go into much more details of the Act and various regulations, but I'm happy to if you will have further questions in the discussions. I would like to say that our general approach to this proposal is that it's a total miss of opportunity. What we really need now is to restore the media order in Poland and to tackle various aspects of media, including the finance, have a mechanism of proper financing of media, especially the local media. Such debates are totally missing in Poland. And we have a number of other acts, as you are aware of, the Digital Service Act, the Political Advertisement Act, the AI Act that are awaiting implementation. And a new law should take that into consideration. It's not doing it at all. It's only concentrating on the European Media Freedom Act. So sorry to be extremely critical, but I just wanted to show you that we are having a general impression that we are feeling some loopholes and expectation from civil society without really getting into a serious debate and around the media order in Poland and all the regulations that are to be implemented and has to be implemented soon. Thank you.